network. Admin, this is Tula Koskin of the Sector 1 Scientific Syndicate. We're once again taking the liberty of overriding Dola's protocols in order to contact you. We did some analysis on Eden after she was attacked by the Piranesi's PA. We've unearthed some interesting files. Information on Remus and numerous colonization attempts were present in Eden's database from the beginning of the Tycoon's mission. And that's not all. We also discovered details on another viable exoplanet within the Ilia system, the planet Romulus. This planet has been masked so that it doesn't appear in any reports you receive. We've put in place administrative countermeasures, and we encourage you to send a team to the planet. I've heard you. Romulus is right there. Alright. We're gonna move Francis over there. We'll come back for that science later, but we certainly don't need that right now. We need to do whatever the game needs us to do right now. Alright. I'm not seeing any more blips for the science column. There.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Drone capacity. We've met with the Ash Tangenite representatives. We were surprised at first by the limited ceremony of what appears to us a momentous occasion. Received on a beach, we were then taken to a clifftop that looked out over the ocean. Many Ash Tangenites joined the gathering. Some simply watched, others inspected our suits and devices. Following our exchanges with Agora and the other members of the Ash Tangenite hierarchy, a proposal was made. If we agree to join them, the Ash Tangenites will reveal the location of temples within the Ilia system. Each temple contains a fragment of a blueprint for a bioengineering center. Constructing this on board the Tycoon would allow us to adapt ourselves for life on Remus. Accept? Unless there's something interesting on Romulus. You think this game is going to be a multiple ending? Might be a multiple ending game. Like, change yourselves or gun them down or something crazy. Intense propaganda. Alright, that takes care of the stability problems. Lupercal.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Scan analysis of Lupercal has provided some unusual data. The planet is home to numerous anomalies and high levels of carbon allotropes. Lupercal's atmosphere is very thin and toxic. Visible particles hang suspended within it and move in the light winds of the planet. Impressively, vast quantities of diamond encrust Lupercal's surface. The thin atmosphere will provide little protection. We have chosen a study location that rarely experiences direct exposure to Ilia, the star of the system. Any increase in Lupercal's surface temperature would jeopardize the team's safety. Set up advanced infrastructure. Arc. You do it. We've received the signals for 3 Ash Tangenite temples within the Ilia system. We will now be able to locate the temples with probes. This is the way. Study Ash Tangenite technology. There's one.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
The crew are hallucinating, a symptom of dead Earth sickness and UN propaganda. Romulus does not exist. They're collecting science, though. Do I need to move the Tycoon over there?
A probe has completed its scan.
More waste collection. You know what? I'm gonna fly the Tycoon over there and see what happens. Alright, there's another one of the thingies. Make a docking bay here in the new section. Put more science ships on it to speed this up.
The Piranesi has launched a missile targeting the Tycoon.
I launched an anti-missile missile.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, so this is us arriving at Romulus. It has a cinematic, and this is when it was like, no, there's no planet there. Your people are hallucinating. So taking the Tycoon there was able to trigger something. Still says Romulus does not exist.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Ash Tangenite technology is greatly influenced by terrestrial heritage, but often involves some form of genetic manipulation. Oxen are used to fertilize their fields, their tails adapted for plowing. Trees produce fruits of considerable size, their bark serving as food for other giant aphid-like creatures. Ash Tangenite buildings are made from cut stone and blocks and a fungus that shapes and strengthens the structure over time. Their scientists pointed out the watchbirds that serve as lookouts and communicate in ultrasound. We have completed a detailed report that contains the knowledge the Ash Tangenites shared with us. Let me bring this. Okay, so that's Xanadu. Xanadu's processing size. Alright, send Xanadu over there. So still saying Romulus does not exist. Okay, so which science ship is here? Francis? Alright. Francis, go to Numitor. We are going to need polymer storage in this area. Let's see, Numitor, still waiting. That is waiting on materials. That's waiting. Man, you need a lot of science ship for this one. Lab has a message. Eh? Oh. Wait, what? Witness the Tycoon? The scientific syndicate of Sector 1 has found a solution for the Piranesi problem. Now that we have finally reached a viable exoplanet, the Tycoon has no further purpose. The scientific syndicate proposed the following. As preparations are being made for colonization, the Tycoon's sectors should be filled with batteries. Once they're charged and the crew ready for exit, a flight path will be plotted toward for the Tycoon to crash into the Piranesi. Igniting the stored power should be enough to destroy the BMS warship. Administrator, in the scenario where there's no longer any life on board the Tycoon, I'm authorized as the PA of the station to lead it to its end. Last stand. What's the other one? This is Tula Koskin of the Sector 1 Scientific Syndicate. Eden continues to block Romulus despite countermeasures. I won't beat around the bush any longer. We need to shut down Eden. She's altering all the data presented to you, as well as the data that crew members exchange with each other. You've probably noticed this already. Eden obeys the principles of Dolos, which today are probably more than a century out of date. She's programmed to prevent us from reaching Romulus and making a fresh start. She won't deviate from the old dreams of the long-crushed corporations that brought about the Lunaclism. She's totally disconnected from what the crew, including you, have gone through and are still going through. We've successfully deposited a protocol for disconnection in the EVA airlock database. Please, admin, you're our only hope. What? It is not in the EVA airlock database. Okay. Build enough batteries to cover an area of 1,000 tiles. What? Let's see what that does.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Despite low average temperatures of Numitor, abnormal heat zones have been detected in the gas planet's atmosphere. We have entered Numitor's atmosphere, opaque and crimson. It makes spotting everything here difficult. Extreme pressure readings have been recorded near the planet's liquid core. We await study instructions. Okay, so we're on the clock right now. I'm gonna say just do an invasive analysis.
The Piranesi has launched a missile targeting the Tycoon.
The Temple of Common Sense. The Temple of Merit. Temple of Free Will. Oh, wait a minute. Numitor is not even the place they needed to be. Summary of information on the Tangenite Temple of Merit. We have found the Temple of Merit, which has manifested its presence so that our sensors could locate it. The structure is emitting weak electromagnetic signals that are barely perceptible. Despite the fact it appears abandoned, the temple is still powered. Transmission from the Xanadu's team. This is the Xanadu team. We have docked at the Temple of Merit. We saw an inscription written in several languages on one of the temple walls. We enclose here the temple, the illusion of merit. This chimera draped in logic has never ceased to be a tool for those who began their lives more powerful than others. Merit is an inverted reflection that judges without understanding origin. This illusion confuses explanation with excuse and therefore prevents one from inhabiting reality. Following the instructions of the Ashtangenites, we have located one of the 3 parts of the Bioengineering Center blueprint. There are offerings and messages here left by people who have let go of merit and found balance. Retrieve the fragment.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Oh, I just realized this sector has no polymers.
In the Tycoon. A science ship team has completed a task. Warning. A sector is being overworked.
Alright, Sector 2 does not have enough housing. We can send like 100 non-workers from 2 to 4. Alright. The work of the Francis's team failed to provide any relevant data. Alright. No, not that. Not that. You. Temple.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Our probe found the Ashtangenite Temple of Common Sense. It has manifested its presence so that we could locate it. Emitting weak electromagnetic signals, it still appears to be powered and functional despite its tilted axis. Transmission from the Francis's team. This is the Francis team. We have docked at the Temple of Common Sense. We came across an inscription winding around a temple column. It was written in several languages. We enclose here the illusion of common sense, a moral habit with origins lost in the darkness of the minds that wield it. The scientific method has repeatedly shown how counterintuitive reality is. We must strip common sense away, leaving only empathy and pragmatism in their purest forms. These two modes will then find their rightful place. We have located the room where one of the three parts of the plan for the bioengineering center is stored. The temple's rooms contain objects and testimonies left by people who have become cognizant to common sense and its bias. Retrieve the fragment and leave. We're on the clock. Temple of Merit. The team has retrieved the fragment and boarded the Xanadu. Alright, Xanadu, Temple of Free Will.
Population transfer complete.
Alright.
Administrator, you can implement a new policy. A probe has completed its scan.
One of the physical airlocks had a new icon over it.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Oh. Eden deactivation. And it just says administrator ... So I think we need the Eden to crash the ship into the other guy. So, I don't know, I don't think we could do both of these things, but we'll try to set it up to where we could, like, try one and then maybe try the other after. Dude, there's so many batteries are required for this. So many.
Administrator, my sensors indicate an intrusion into my containment chamber.
That's crazy. Got the fragment. Alright, leave. Alright, so... At this point, we don't even need those other science ships. Piranesi launched a missile. Anti-missile missile. Sector 3 needs more people. Alright. Okay. Temple of Free Will. Let's see. This is the Xandu team. We've docked at the Temple of Free Will. There's an inscription in the temple's interior courtyard written in several languages. Here we lock up the illusion of free will. This fictional narrative prevents us from seeing what we are and what we can do. There is no choice because the motivations that led us to choose pre-exist the choice. Following the directions of the Ashtangenites, we located the room where one of the 3 parts of the Bioengineering Center's blueprint is stored. The temple contains many objects and testimonies from people liberated from free will. You know, explore and study it. Because we've actually got a bit of time. Wait, what just happened? What is going on in Sector 3? What is happening to Sector 3? Deactivates it does not meet the minimum requirement of 30 workers. What? How did it lose workers? Oh, it's because I've got too many buildings. Alright. Let's take 20 from 6. Administrator, we, the crew of the Contact, will supervise the colonization procedure. We have access to all the Romulus data. No more Eden protocols will keep us from the planet. We should start by building the necessary infrastructure. There is, however, a small issue. Romulus's atmosphere will make mass population transfer down to the planet difficult. Using cargo ships will result in a loss of 70% of colonists. Chlorine in the upper atmosphere will cause strong aerodynamic heating, which our cargo ships are not built to withstand. Construct an administrator site which will house infrastructure for oxygen recycling, energy generation, and temperature maintenance. Gluskop. Do we have 50 colonists in the loading area? Yes. Admin, this is Tula Kaskanen from Scientific Syndicate of Sector 1. The EMV Charon shuttle, the ship you arrived on, is still stored within the Tycoon. If we were to recondition it, it could carry a lot of people, many more than a cargo ship could. I mean, its heat dissipation ability alone gets me excited. We've prepared a project in the tech lab. We could break down the shuttle's plans, replicate the design, and build more shuttles. All the crew can reach Romulus. New tech, Romulus colonization. Wait. Where did she put it? Let's do this for now. I don't know where she put the thing. Train 2,600 colonists. Build enough batteries to cover an area of 1,000 tiles. Okay, so we need the training center to be going like full tilt right now. Where was it? Bro, it trains 15 at a time. Oh, man. Temple of Free Will. The Xanadu's team are not responding to our hails. Before comm breakdowns, the team had started to act differently, ceasing to follow recommended Dolos protocol. They seem to have disappeared into the depths of the temple. The Xanadu will be sent back to the Tycoon via autopilot. Okay, that's super sus. So everybody that went to the temple died. Oh my god, Sector 3 doesn't have a fire department. Honestly, at this point, we don't need these extra science ships. So, okay, we got these aliens that want to change us into aliens. Okay, so, as near as I could tell, the options are turn our people into a different species to survive on the Utopia planet, or remain human and go to this other planet. Either way, afterward, we are going to yeet our giant ship at the Piranesi. The Utopia planet is really sus to me because when we explored their temples, all our people died. So that seems alarming. Aren't the aliens humans that modify themselves? I think some of them are. I don't know about all of them. But I don't know why their temples are killing my people. Alright, Sector 3 is back online. The fire burned itself out. Research Romulus colonization. Where is that at? Maybe the thing that makes ships? What is that, docking bay? Ah, there it is. Alright, we have a fire department everywhere now. Send these guys back to the Temple of Free Will. Different crew, same ship. So we have, okay, so this is the last temple. So after this, it should give us some kind of update for the Remus thing. And I think we're actually going to need, okay, a couple of ideas here. One, we need to crank up how much power this is going to give. Let's do that for now. Then make another colony training thing. Alright, Romulus colonization is done. Piranesi has launched a missile. Fire an anti-missile. So now I'm wondering,